Okay. We are back and we are talking about a women's business conference that we are having Saturday, July the 25th. And with us, we have two of our speakers. Arlinda Moriarty, she is the president and CEO of Moriarty Consultants. And Renee Galloway, she wrote a book called Done. And it says, prioritize, plan, and perform to accomplish your goals. I love the titles. And ladies, first I want to thank you for being a speaker. And then I want to ask you, what type of things will you be talking about? I know for years we've talked about starting a business. The focus for this is how do you sustain? Because anybody can start a business.
Right.
You've been in business 15 years.
Correct.
So tell us some of the things you're going to touch on.
Well, the first thing I want to touch on is knowing when and where, so that you have to be able to make adjustments quickly. So once you start your business, you realize your dreams, you get involved with your, the product or the service you're going to do, and then you say, okay, I got to figure out what's really working and what's not. Mm-hmm. So in the sustainability, you have to realize where you're going to put your energy. Mm-hmm. So I'll talk about where to put energy, how to make sure that whatever service you're doing, you need to allow it to be your total talent. Don't get distracted. Mm-hmm. Because when you get distracted, when you're a newly established business, people are not certain what you do, so then you'll lose the interest of those who may have believed in you in the beginning.
And that's a good segue into what you are going to talk about, because you said focus, and your book is Done, Prioritize, and Plan, and they work hand in hand. What do you have to say at this conference to those people who are so scattered, so distracted, so unfocused, and stuck? How do you tell us how do we get unstuck?
I can certainly tell someone how to get unstuck. And focus, I call focus, follow one course until successful. That's one of the things I'm going to talk about. And it sounds like, Arlinda, you have mastered these things that I'm going to be talking about. So we'll be certainly complementing each other because I can provide the principles, but someone has to want to walk those principles out.
Okay.
Another thing that I say is I can't want it more for you than you want it for yourself. Right. So once you hear what it is that we're talking about there, we'll be talking about priorities. You have to know what's important to you. Doesn't mean that it's important to anyone else, but what's a priority for you and your business. Okay. And that is always a starting point. Also, we want to separate personal from business, and so because if your personal life bleeds into your business and you don't have time to do the things that you need to make your business sustainable, then that's when there is a problem. And another area will be time management. I actually call it action management, because time management, you really don't manage time because everybody has 24 hours a day. And at the end of the day, I oftentimes hear people say, I wish I had more hours. That's never going to happen. Right. So you have to manage those actions within that 24-hour period.
And so it seems like a key is the execution of what you need to do, because people are always starting businesses. Anybody can start a business. And so as African Americans, we're growing faster in numbers as far as startup. But how do you yourself manage to get an idea and then all of a sudden it's executed?
Well, first, really is something you have to do research. People really have to research your ideas. I mean, anyone can say, well, I'm going to invent a baby carriage. You have to really say what's needed. The research has to make sense. What are people needing today? What is a niche, market where these are things people want to do and these are the things people don't. So depending on where you get in the world, in the business, you have to make sense. You have to say, this is a product that I personally know enough information about that I could sell it. I can understand it. People have to know when and where again. They have to stay focused. But the one thing I noticed about a lot of people who want to do things, success does not attack you walking down the street. So a lot of times whenever someone comes to me about a business, they'll say, well, I want to be just like you, or I want to open a business. And I'll say, did you research business? So I even had to learn over time research. It's not the ideas, it's the research, because there's a lot of people out here who do things and do it well who aren't even the experts, but they had the right research, the right business plan, and then you wonder why they're successful. So it's not so much an idea, it's writing down what's actually going on around you and what things are needed. And if these are your field service expertise, that's how your ideas become a business. And I've learned these things. I had to become re-educated about running a business, and these are the new things that I had to come to. Anybody can start a business,
Right.
but who can run one?
So how do you get your business from running you, which seems to be the case in so many situations? You wrote this book, you obviously felt a need that, oh my goodness, you see something where people are just totally out of control.
Right.
And the business or the job is running them. How do you prevent from being so overwhelmed that now your business is indeed running you?
I think it goes back to priorities. Everything cannot be a priority. You have to decide whether, sometimes even as a business owner, whether you're going to educate, delegate, or eliminate. Is it something that
Like that.
is there something that you know you want to educate yourself on? I'm going to learn how to do this, and I think I have enough time to do that. And you find out you don't. Well, you may be able to pull someone else in and delegate this responsibility to them. And the eliminate is, are you doing something that you really just don't even need to be doing
in the first place? Okay.
in the first place?
Arlinda, why should people come to this conference?
Well, number one, when you're looking at successful people or you feel like you want someone to mentor you, the first thing you need to say is, hey, of course I want to help everyone I can. I always look at the T.D. Jakes when he said, you know what, I want to be able to help everyone, but I can't help everyone directly. So the conference brings together the great minds. It brings together talent and resources. You come to conference because bringing people together brings together more than just one person's idea. It brings about the education. So I look at, when you say team, it's a team. And I always say it's train, educate, apply, and maneuver. When we're all together, that's exactly what teams do. So the conference is a team. And that team is supposed to educate people in their realities of what it is they want to do. Not what I do, what they want to do. Like everything that I'm hearing in this moment, it's like, right, I may not have known it the exact same way,
Right,
but I've lived it the hard way, but had I known her, it would have been a lot easier because someone would have said, you're not doing that. You know, and this is what you need to think about. So when she goes, when we're at the conference, it's going to help someone.
And so Renee, folks will leave with what message when you're done?
If it is to be, it's up to me.
Okay. My goodness. Well, folks, you heard that, and we hope that you will attend that Saturday, July the 25th. And the phone number to call is 412-731-5159. Thinking of starting your own business? Join us for the Onyx Woman Conference. Go to onyxwoman.com.